Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the channel, my friends and family. I appreciate you showing up today. My name is Josh Ferris. I am a health coach. I specialize in gut health, in helping people rebuild their gut health with herbs, spices, and a holistic, whole foods way, help getting their way back to gut health. Good, solid gut health, because as we know, everything stems from gut health, and all diseases are tied back to terrible gut health. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about one of my most favorite topics. It's an absolutely wonderful topic, and it is actually where I kind of cut my teeth on this, in this industry or whatever. And this is really this is some of my bread and butter on, basically how I help people, heal their bodies. And and I want to get some feedback from you guys. I do a lot of walking videos while I'm out here in nature and doing my walking and doing my talking. So if you guys like this, video or whatever, let me know in the comments. Or if you want to see more stuff, in the office, if you want me sitting in a, office chair, talking about all this stuff, let me know what you think about that. I'd appreciate your feedback. But let's get right down to it. Today we want to talk about one of my most favorite things, and it's grounding. Grounding is one of the most, in my opinion, one of the most underutilized things that people have at their disposal that we don't use. That it's really been underutilized, and not a lot of people are talking about this. There's some people that know about this, but a lot of people don't even know the health benefits and what grounding is. And grounding is simply this right here. Grounding is when you put your feet basically back on the earth and receive the free electrons that the earth has. Because what happens is, in our bodies, when we get diseases, we get inflammation. And what happens is, inflammation is the root cause of all diseases. And what happens is, inflammation causes the immune system to basically react. And what happens is, the immune system has things that basically, what is called free radicals. And what happens is the immune system goes out and attacks something, and what happens is this has got a positive charge on, this cell now has a positive charge, and what it does is this free radical has a positive charge. So to neutralize it out so your body is cellularly stable, it steals electrons, which are negatively charged. It steals electrons from other cells, causing more inflammation. So now your immune system goes back out, goes back out to neutralize that. It gets that cell. And then what happens is this is a chain of events that never stops. It never ever stops. This chain of events does not stop because there's nothing to stop it, because your body does not have the positive charge, or does not have the correct charge that it needs to stop these cells from basically stealing electrons. So what happens is this right here. It's a terrible cycle that never ends. And when you put your feet on the ground, what it does is it allows your body to absorb into your body the free electrons that it needs to put out the inflammation cycle. So if you want to put out the inflammation cycle, the simplest, easiest thing to do is put your feet on the ground. Now, that's easier said than done in today's society now. Used to back in the 1960s, what happened was the rubber-soled shoes came along, and now the rubber-soled shoes that we have keep us completely insulated from the ground. We used to wear leather moccasins, leather shoes, things that, that we sweated in, leather that had electrons, or that had electrical charges in it that allowed us to connect to the ground. Boots, moccasins, leather shoes, sandals, things like that. That's what we used to wear. But what happened now we get rubber-soled shoes that came along. They've absolutely insulated us. So we are not getting the free electrons that we deserve. So we have to take our shoes off. And most people don't want to take our shoes off, whether it's for, I'll get parasites, or they just don't want to take their shoes off, or you live in a concrete jungle and you can't take your shoes off. You don't want to take your shoes off and walk in Walmart or anything like that. So a lot of people are stuck in this world where they can't get the electrons that they need by basically grounding. So there's a simple solution. You can get the grounding that you need from grounding products. Grounding products are very simple. Grounding products are basically products that you can get that you plug into the wall, and it goes into the ground outlet of your wall. If your house is grounded correctly, you can ground. And basically what it is it grounds you to the wall, to the electricity in your house, and the ground is grounded to a rod outside, a copper rod, a steel rod, some kind of rod outside is grounded into the ground. And it's perfectly safe. You're not going to get electrocuted, because electricity goes the least path of resistance, and that your grounding mat is not going to be the path that, if something did happen, that electricity would go to. It's going to go through that grounding rod because it's thicker, it's bigger, it's the least path of resistance, so it's going to go that way. So you can get grounding mats, you can get grounding sheets, you can get grounding shoes, you can get sleeping sheets, you can get pillows. It doesn't matter. As long as you are getting your body on these grounding products, you can be grounded. In the most optimal, and I mean the most optimal way to do this would be to get grounding products, because you can lay on these mats while you sleep. You can't really get enough ground through the day by just putting your feet on the ground, because if you've got a disease, you're going to have to put hours on it. If you've got stomach inflammation, if you've got brain inflammation, if you've got, inflammation, as far as, immune system stuff, autoimmune conditions, cancer, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, all the big, the big diseases that are affecting us, you can't ground really enough by just putting your feet on the ground. What you need to do, the best solution, is to get grounding products and sleep on them, because you're going to sleep somewhere between 4 and 8 hours a night. The more the better, but you're going to sleep between 4 and 8 hours a night. So if you're sleeping grounded, that's when your body rests, digests, heals, and repairs the damage that was done through the day. And what's going to happen is your body is going to be able to rest, digest, and heal that much better. It's not going to be able to heal like it's supposed to if you're not grounded and you don't receive the electrons throughout the day, which we don't. But if you're sleeping on and receiving electrons consistently throughout the day, you are going to absolutely change your life. Your body's going to be able to rest, it's going to be able to digest, and it's going to be able to heal, and the immune system is going to be able to do what the immune system does and put out that inflammation if you're grounded while you sleep. That's the big ticket, is you have got to be grounded while you sleep. So that's the best bang for your buck, is going to be using grounding products like a grounding mat or grounding sheets or a grounding pillowcase or grounding shoes or grounding something. It doesn't matter. Just get grounded as much as you can consistently throughout the day. So if you're sitting at the office and you've got, time to do it, sit on a grounding mat. Sit on the grounding mat while you're at the office for 8 hours a day. Then go home and sleep on the grounding mat. That is going to absolutely revolutionize and change your life. Because you're consistently grounded, you're going to be able to put out the inflammation. And again, inflammation is the root cause of all disease. We know that at this point. Inflammation is the root cause of all disease. If inflammation does not exist, disease does not exist. It's not mucus, it's not all this other stuff. All this other stuff, inflammation causes these other things. So you have got to be you've got to be grounded so you can put out this inflammation, and you can put out the inflammation cycle. And you do this by grounding your body. And then also, we got to look at your physical, chemical, and emotional stresses. What are you doing, physically to your body, chemically and emotionally to your body? That's not the only thing, and it's not the end-all, cure-all. But I'm telling you, if you consistently ground your body throughout the day, if you can ground, 8 hours a day, and if you're sitting in an office where you can ground 8 more hours, your life is going to change. You're going to watch autoimmune conditions, leaky gut issues, cancer, diabetes, all these conditions are going to improve because you are helping with the inflammation. And as again, we know inflammation is the root cause of every single disease known to man. Again, I'm not saying this is the end-all, cure-all, and this is the only thing that you've got to do, and you can still eat shit, and you can still, think shit, and you can do all kinds of shitty things, and you're going to lay on your grounding mat and be perfectly fine, because you're not. But what it will allow you to do is, if you're truly serious about healing and you truly want to heal your body and you truly want to do something different and start to heal your body, this is the best bang for your buck that you can get. And it's free. The ground is free. You can do that as much as you want. Get on the ground, it's free. You can get grounding products that are so cost affordable, so simple. They're about $50 a piece, and you can use them for years and years and years and years. It is a no-brainer in my opinion. So if you want to, start to heal inflammation, start to heal rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes, cancer, heart disease, leaky gut issues, autoimmune conditions, anxiety, depression. If you want to cure and fix and help all these conditions, you've got to simply start grounding your body. When you start grounding your body, it takes the inflammation cycle out. It cuts the cortisol cycle, which too much chronic cortisol will absolutely destroy your body from the inside out. When you start doing these and cutting the inflammation off, your body is going to be able to heal. It's going to be able to rest. It's going to be able to digest. It's going to be able to do the things that your body is meant to do, because your body is intelligent. God built your body to be intelligent, to do these things. But now with our society, as we have put these dadgum rubber-soled shoes on and insulated ourselves from the earth, our body cannot get the electrons that we need. And we are electron beings. We are electrical beings. That's what our cells are electrical. Look at our cells. Look at a cellular level. When you go down to the protons, neutrons, and electrons, it is electrical. And your body can't do what it needs to do on an electrical level if you're not grounded. So the most important thing, it is the simplest thing. And I promise you guys, if you do this and do it consistently for 30 days, you won't be the same person as when you started. So put your feet on the ground. If you can't put your feet on the ground, if it's cold where you are, or if you just don't want to do it because of parasites, if you don't have anywhere to do it, buy you a grounding product. The link is in my bio. I don't know where this is going to show up. Over here, if it's on Instagram, over here, if it's on TikTok, so down there, if it's on YouTube. Look in the link in my bio. Check the link in my bio and I will show you exactly what we use for our products. We sleep on these things every single night. We use these things every single day. And I promise you, your life is not going to be the same if you use these consistently. So the best thing that you can do, the best bang for your buck, if you want to end all these conditions or at least improve, reduce, and sometimes even heal with just these things, simply start grounding your body as much as you can. You can do it for free. Put your feet on the earth 30 minutes every single day if you can. Do it for 30 minutes every single day or more. If you've got conditions, if you've got leaky gut, autoimmune conditions, any of this stuff, do it as much as you can. 30 minutes is not enough. So therefore, if you've got any of these conditions and they have manifested into your life and you have a condition now and a diagnosis of any of these conditions, you need grounding products. You're not going to be able to get enough from the ground unless you're able to sit on the beach or sit on the ground all day. You need at least 6 to 8 hours every single day. And that's why it's so important to get it and do it while you sleep, is because you're already sleeping, you're already laying there. You might as well heal while you're doing that. That's the best thing about it, is you can heal while you're doing that. So guys, easiest thing to do, get some grounding products and your life is going to absolutely change. Grounding is one of the best things that I have ever seen as far as healing any kind of conditions, especially gut conditions, leaky gut, autoimmune, IBS, Crohn's disease. Any of that stuff is going to help. It's going to help reduce and improve all those conditions. So start doing that and your life is going to change. This is one of my favorite things. It's so easy. It's almost free if you want to do it on the ground. It's $50 if you want to go buy a grounding mat. How cheap is that? $50. That's better. You spend more money on that than eating out. You spend more money on beer and soda and shit through the month than you do on that. Spend $50, invest in your health. Your body is the only one you got. It's your temple. Use it. God gave it to you. Use it like we're supposed to. Invest in your health. That's the most important thing. You know, I have clients that talk about, oh, I can't afford $50. Well, how many times have you bought McDonald's this month? How many times have you bought Starbucks coffee this month? And save a whole month's worth of that and buy you a grounding mat. Buy one for you, for your husband, for your kids, and literally watch your life change. I love you, my friends. This is the end of the video. If you got any questions, leave a comment below. Check the link in my bio over here, or over here. Check the link in my bio to look and see if the products that we personally use or whatever. And like I say, grounding is the best thing that you can do for your health and for your, absolutely revolutionizing and changing your life. I love you, my friends, and I will talk to you soon. Happy healing.